For the last 3 weeks I haven't been out at all anywhere. That's what I've been waiting for. Fish and chips, English style. You can't beat a traditional English pub. Yay! Hi everybody, welcome back to Sean's World. Now in today's video I've got a very special treat for you. Me and my mum, my auntie and uncle are heading off over to a fabulous English antique emporium. Now I've not been to this one for probably 20 years, so I'm intrigued to see what they've got on offer there. Now I'm very excited to go out today for several reasons. I always get excited before I go to an antique emporium or centre. The second reason is for the last 3 weeks I haven't been out at all anywhere. I've had to stay indoors. I've not been too good, not been very well, so just getting back to where I left off before I got ill. So be nice to go out today, get some fresh air. Right, so we've arrived. I think it's just over there. We're going to get out of the car and we'll take you inside. There's some beautiful little period properties dotted about, which is always a good sign. What's that there? Something to do with beer, brewing.
Brewing, yeah.
Is that copper?
Yes, I think it might.
It's a huge copper or bronze vat by the looks of it.
It's cast iron on the front.
Very interesting. You get some beer in there. That'd last us a weekend, Mark, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'm always keen to look on buildings for the dates, and this one is pretty self-evident. But just what lovely details they used to have on buildings. Lovely feature. Very different to our French architecture back home. I think this was actually the site of the brewery. Now this is the river that feeds the water mill. You wouldn't see them in France. They'd have duck à l'orange. You can't beat a traditional English pub wherever you go. Right, so we're ready to go and have a look inside the antique centre. Yay! I brought the cheerleaders along today. It's a beautiful place. Lots of historic buildings. Very different to what I'm used to back in France. Always nice when you visit a historic place. Gets you in the mood. Lovely atmosphere. This has got some age to it. In we go. Right, so it's masks on. That's the regulations at the moment. Okay, let's have a look, see what we can find. So I'm about to talk you through it. I couldn't do it on the day because there was music playing in the background, and for obvious reasons we can't play certain types of music. So off of the main corridor were lots of little alleyways and units, all with uniquely different pieces in them. So as you can see, we have lots of glass cabinets, and this particular venue had probably 30 to 35 individual dealers that all had their own cabinets. So many curios to see, and just a view out of the mill window looking down onto the stream. The building was set on 3 levels, and I think the main restaurant was on the bottom level. Now this particular piece here wasn't quite up to scratch, so the quality wasn't there for that one for me. That's right, Mark picks up a beautiful like coal scuttle or planter. Again, the price was okay. I don't mind paying up for items that are worth it, but that one was quite thin, and I think Mark said there was a hole in the bottom of that one, so I didn't bother with that. But there was still plenty to browse around and look at. I'm glad I had me helpers with me because there was stuff everywhere. There was so many items. I don't often go to venues that have got, it's very much an English thing this. I don't often go to venues where there's lots of glass cabinets, but it made a pleasant change. Oh yeah, another piece of copper there. Yeah, there was a few bits here and there, but nothing to sort of set the world on fire. Ah, this was a nice piece. Now this was a beautiful piece. It would have sat in a huge ARG or range cooker, hence the collar. Now why didn't I buy this? Probably because I couldn't get it back in my suitcase. No, I think the bottom of it was cooked out. The bottom section would have fitted into the fire literally itself, that part there at the bottom. And the collar would have sat on the top ring. I'll show you the inside now. The lid was okay. But the trouble with these pieces is where they've been in direct contact with the fire, it does sometimes render the interiors not suitable for use anymore. Really, it was just a decorative piece. It would have cost too much to bring it back into service. I like to bring the pieces back into service so they're not just ornaments. But that was an interesting piece. That was actually French. I like to think about this one quite long and hard because I really wanted it. But I can't buy everything I see. So yes, this was some amazing camera work from Mark. Thank you very much, Mark. It was much appreciated. Always good to have an extra pair of hands. Sometimes it's quite difficult for me to see the stuff I want to buy and film it. So this was a welcome relief. Yep, another great French piece there. A chopper, butcher's chopper. So there was a few extra pieces of copper I noticed here. One was a coal scuttle. I've had them in the past, a bit better than that. Normally has the shovel with it, that one was missing. So what I did notice on my visit to these antique places in England, that they were much more neatly set out into different sections and displayed a lot better. Me personally, I like to go rummaging through things on the ground and thinking that I've sort of uncovered them myself. So although this was well presented, it wasn't my normal hunting ground, if you like, but all the same, it was a great place to visit. So many different items on display. That's the other side of it, that you do get to see them all displayed, so you get to see more items. Little teddy bears there, I like those. And some Beatrix Potter figures, which my daughter Jasmine particularly likes. We used to collect them for her when she was a baby. She's got quite some collection. Reminds me back of when she was a little baby. Oh look, 3 jelly moulds. Slightly out of focus. Yeah, good tin lining. Now why didn't I buy those? I think maybe it was out of focus because at this stage I was filming on my phone. I think the battery died on my new little camera. Slightly out of focus. So this is the stream that feeds the mill. This was part of the process of the brewery. There you see the weatherboarded mill. So I had a good browse around there. There's several floors to peruse through, but I didn't manage to actually buy anything. So you don't always every time you come out, but it was nice to see lots of different things, and it's a nice setting. So, and I can also smell fish and chips, which is always a good sign about lunchtime. Well, I followed my nose and I found a fish and chip shop. Very traditional. It smells delightful. What are you having, Mum? Cod and chips?
Yes, please.
I'm a happy bunny now. Can you see what's in the box? That's what I've been waiting for. Fish and chips, English style. Delicious. Now I'm going to turn the camera off because you won't want to see me eat these. Delicious. So we've all just had delicious cod and chips. It was absolutely lovely. Now because we didn't find anything in this antique centre, we're going to head off to another one that's probably about 15-20 minutes away in Braintree. Hopefully we can find something there. So a short journey and we'll soon be there. So we've just arrived in Braintree. Again, the antique centre is set in a lovely old building. Not sure about this one at all. Not seen any reviews, or not even sure how big it is, so we'll have a look inside. You never know. Here we go. We're going in. I've just found a beautiful set of scales. commode. 750.
Lovely if you've got a super room in it.
What's that, a scoring board? Yeah, that's original, isn't it? That's beautiful.
You've still got the screws where it ripped it out of the wall.
Yeah. That's a lovely original piece. You never know what they've got hidden. So I ended up buying something in there, a beautiful little tureen with a pheasant's head on top. Very, very good condition. French. It's always amuses me when I buy French stuff in England, but absolutely beautiful condition, and I'll show you once we get back home. Right, we're off to another antique venue now, 5 minutes down the road, so we're going to see if we can find it. Hiya. Like to have a browse around, yeah?
Yeah, please do. Yeah, please do. I've got anyone else? I've got some complimentary tea and coffee little vouchers here.
Oh.
Anybody wants one?
They've been anything all day.
There you go.
Yeah, please.
There we are.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Coffee? We're all having one.
New dealers coming in.
Okey-dokey.
We don't know what's there, what isn't, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look round.
Yeah.
What's those symbols? So, didn't find anything in this one, but it's another handy place to know. They're just building up their dealer base, really. There's quite a few empty units, but it's yeah, it's a good little shop. A few bits in there, but nothing that I fancied. So,
Yes, yeah.
I think we're going to head back now, and I'll show you what I bought. So I'm now back at my parents' house. We had a smashing day out. Always good to see Marina and Mark, my auntie and uncle, and spend some time with my mum. We had fish and chips, which was a great treat for me, really. Not had it for about 2 years. We visited 3 venues in all. I only bought one item, but I'm about to share it with you, and I think you'll agree it was well worth the outing. So here we go. And what it is a fantastic tureen pot. It's a bit difficult holding the camera at the same time, but it's in the form of a peacock, a pheasant. It's absolutely lovely. It's by a French maker. It's in absolutely perfect condition, which is quite rare for an item like this, made of ceramic. So this will be heading off into my Etsy shop very shortly. Another great addition. I've had a hair like this before, with the head on the top and the big ears and the glass eyes. So this is a slightly different variation of what I've had before. So yeah, it was a good day out all in all. So that is it for this video. Thank you for joining me and watching me. If you like, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.